Hello guys, today I'm gonna walk you through my settings. This video is sponsored by OMEN. So first things first, you always go into the NVIDIA control panel. So first of all, I would like to change the digital vibrance, which I like to put on 100%. So as far as scaling goes, I use black bars, not stretched. So I have to do the settings like this, and that's pretty much it, honestly. Okay, so another thing that's important when you set up your PC is to make sure that the sound is correct. So you go into the sound settings and you open like the sound measurement. It's very important to have the communication to do nothing here. That's like an important setting to change before playing, so that the comms with the team won't get lowered or the in-game volume won't get lowered, and otherwise you're set to open the game and go from there. Before we jump in-game, I want to say that this video is sponsored by OMEN, and today I'm playing on the OMEN 35L PC. Check it out in the description below. Alright, so we're in-game now, looking at the video settings. For me, I use the obviously 4x3, and then we have to get the hertz up. I use the 1152 x 864 for the black bars. Now we go into the advanced video. For that, I use multi-cycling anti-aliasing mode. I have 8x MSA on that one. And then for global shadow quality, you always want it on higher to make sure you see all the shadows in game. It's very important to have that on high. And also the new setting they added here, the dynamic shadows. You should have it on all as well. That's just to make sure you see all the shadows in game and make sure you don't have a disadvantage to the people who have the settings on. You have to have that on for sure. Then we go to the model texture detail. I have that on low. Most of my other settings is on low. The texture filtering mode, we have that on billionaire. Shader detail and particle detail, that's the same with the model texture detail. I just prefer to have them on low. It just looks better in game, if you ask me. For ambient occlusion, I know some people, this is one setting you can like change a bit. Like some people have it on high. Personally, I prefer it disabled. So for the audio settings, I just use the natural one, and I also always have the left-right isolation on 0% and the perspective correction on yes. Okay, so for in-game settings, I use a lot of different keybinds than other ones. That's just how I always played CS. But the first and most important thing is obviously to change the sensitivity. And for the in-game I use 2.6 sensitivity, and out-game I have 400 dpi. I've always used that sensitivity, I like that one. Changing senses is not good. You can do it once in a while if you really feel like it, but if you do it too often, it's not going to be good for your gameplay. And so for general bindings, I have a lot of different bindings than like the usual default settings. I do still walk on W, like that's still the way to go forward. For strafing left and right, I use Q and E. So the keys right next to W. It makes sense, actually, if you ask me, like just have the three fingers next to each other, not using A and D. So Q and E is for right and left. I walk on Alt, that's how it is, that's weird as well. Duck is for space. Jump, scroll up, there we go. Use, that's gonna be tab, guys, that's a new one, for sure. But that's how it is, and maybe even more surprising, the secondary fire is on shift for me. So when I zoom with an AWP, I use my pinky finger to zoom on an AWP. And reload, we have to use the A button for that one. So yeah, a lot of interesting settings here. A drop weapon on control, yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
And med højre klik?
Intet.
Den er bare
disabled fuldstændig. So guys, this was all my settings for video settings and NVIDIA and setting up the PC. Maybe you can use some of them, maybe not. Thank you for watching, guys.